Hey guys, today we are going to see about the prototyping, concurrency and other models in unit 1. What is a prototyping model? Prototyping model means nothing but we use multiple iterations as per the customer requirement. Okay? We will prototype the model as per the customer requirement. First we will take the initial requirements and then we will design it. After designing we will do the prototyping. After prototyping we'll obviously give to the customer evaluation and then review. If customer rejects the project, then we will again develop, again do testing, and we will maintain it, and then we will give to the customer. After each of iteration, it can be evaluated by the customer. If it is satisfied with the customer, then they will develop the code. What are the advantages? Advantages is customer can see the steady progress. Like as we are making him to review in each and every phase, so it will be a steady progress. This is useful for requirement as changing rapidly. If customer want a requirement here and he want AB here and he want ABC here, we can update all the things in each and every phase. Okay, like, so that is what it is useful for requirement and changing rapidly. Disadvantages: it is impossible to know how long it will take. Like, it is based on the customer requirement. If he want something in here, the final product here itself, if he want ABC here, then it is easy to do like this. If he want AB here and after that he wanted to update C also here, then we will do all this. Okay, so it is impossible to know how long it will take. There is no way to know number of iterations required, right? Now it is just based on customer project, like customer process, customer friendly processes for prototyping model. So we cannot say how many iterations will it take. Coming to next process is concurrent development model. Concurrent development model is nothing but like it is a very simple process which focuses on communicate like concurrent engineering activities in software engineering. Concurrent engineering activities in software engineering. What are concurrent engineering activities? They are nothing but prototyping. Prototyping means, you have already read in the previous process. Prototyping means like what customer needs, we have to give to him. That is prototyping. And then analyzing, modeling, and then distribution. These all come under concurrent engineering activities. And then what we will do in concurrent development model? Concurrent development model represents the tasks and their states also. Okay, like which task is given, we will take under consideration, and what is the state of the particular task also will be considered in the concurrent development model. Like it mostly follows the modeling activities. Concurrent development model mostly follows the modeling activities. Modeling activities means if specification, communication, development, validation parts are combined, then the activity is known as modeling activity. Okay, means all these processes comes under modeling activity. That's it. Okay, if the customer assigns us a project, then from none state we will go to done state. These are all the steps which we can go through in concurrency development model. From none state we will go to the user development, which is the under development side. After that we will go to availing changes. Like if customer wanted to change the product, change, like he wanted to update or delete or add something, we can avail changes in the second step. If the customer, there is, after reviewing the user developed app or thing, then if he's okay with what we are done, then we can go to under review. Like under review, if under review meet the specifications of customer, that is known as under revision. And then baseline, like what he have given in starting of the project, and we will also check whether any updates are gone. We will document all the things. That is known as baseline. After this we will go to done. Okay, If he avail the changes, then we will go to again this, and then again this. If he is done with this, we will go to this, and this is a very simple process. You have to just draw this in exam so that we will get a good marks with, like, drawing just not gives. You should also explain very neatly, correctly. These are just brief things, right? Advantages. Coming to advantages. Advantages means it is easy to understand. An accurate picture of the current state can be, like, known. Disadvantages means hard to remember the general state of the different objects. Okay, we're done with that. And then now the unified process model is a very simple process. Process model is an iterative and incremental software development process. Means iterations and incrementations of the software can be done anywhere and anytime. Firstly, communication, and then planning, modeling, constructions, and deployment. We have already read this in waterfall model. Okay, the phase between communication and planning is known as inception phase. The phase between planning and modeling is known as elaboration phase. This is the construction phase where you will write and test the code. After that, the construction and development phase is known as transaction phase. After deployment, you release the software model, which is used for productivity. Okay, here you go with the details of inception phase. Inception phase means combination of communication and planning implement, which we will do the visual document. Initially we use case models, the initial business case, initial project plan, like everything, initial things, as it is an inceptional phase. In inception itself there is in, so means we will all do the things very initially. We will use initial use case models, initial, like, very briefing kind of thing we will do here. And then elaboration phase, this will try to implement description, workflow, and milestones. Okay, like, in this encapsulation phase, they will try to implement use case method. Here they will just initially think about the use case. Like, initially they will say, like, we wanted to use this, so that all initial things are done in inception phase. In elaboration phase, they will try to implement the use case methods, implement the analysis model, software architecture description, workflow, milestones. Okay, construction, integrated different test plans, user manual development, everything comes under construction. Like, after construction, during construction, we will just see whether it is reaching the customer requirement or not. So we will also do some different kinds of testing plans in the construction phase. What is the transition phase? Deliver software model. Okay, production, communicate with the customer, and if he wants as anything else, they will again do the same thing. Okay, like, we will see the graph and unified process phase. How will the customer requirements, and how will the workflow will be, how will the analysis, design, implementation, test, support will be, we will see in this graph. Okay, here you go with the graph. First you'll take the workflow: inception, elaboration, construction, transition, and production on top row, and in left column you'll take the requirements, analysis, design, implement, test, support. Okay, in requirement phase, see, in inception phase we are doing more thing. In elaboration we are just we are not doing. And construction we are doing the same way. This is the graph you have to draw in your exam. After that, it is an iterative and incremental development framework, right? Which we are doing iteration, we are doing incrementation, and to what? To develop the framework. It is an architectural center. Okay. What is agile? It believes every project needs to be handled differently. In the name itself, there is agile means different. It believes that every project needs to be handled differently. If you're wearing, like consider A and B. If A and B have both same dresses, but A will use other accessories and B will use other accessories. That is the uniqueness of A and B. Okay. Tasks are divided into time boxes. Time boxes are also known as small time frames. Okay. Like in this time frame, you have to do this. In this time frame, you have to do modeling. In this time frame, you have to do planning. Like in some small tiny boxes time, they'll do the tasks. Each build has increments in terms of failure, and final build holds all features of customer. What is the final product? Final product must be the customer satisfaction. Okay, so we have to we have to hold all the features of customer. Manifesto principles, individuals and interactions, working software, customer collaboration and respond to the change. Individual interactions means like we will talk about which kind of software do he want. Like, okay, and we will also do some interactions with each and every individual who are assigning a task to us. And then working software, we will think about the working software, which model we have to use, in which phase we have to use, like in how many days we have to complete the task. Okay, about the software, about coding and everything, they'll talk in this working software. And then customer collaborations, like after we are in the middle of the process, then we will ask him to review the process. If he likes, then we will proceed for the next step. If he don't like, then we will go to again the like contacting the customer and asking what are the requirements, any updations in his requirements, and all we will ask him. And then responding to the change. Once we have handed the process to customer, and if he wanted to add some more features, we should be it should be in our hand tips to change it, and we have to like remodel it. If we have given an application and here is the start button and here is the end button, if the customer wanted to change here as start button and here as end button, we can do it. Like that is known as the responding to change. Okay, coming to the extreme process, which is also a very easy process. What is extreme programming? Extreme programming is a lightweight, efficient, low risk, flexible, predictable, scientific, and fun way to develop a software. Okay. It is small to medium sized teams that work under wage and rapid changing requirements. Okay. The 5 values of extreme programming are communication, simplicity, planning, feedback, courage, and respect, which each and every project must be need these 5 values. Follows object augmented approach. Okay, let's see the diagram and let us know what is going on here. In the same way, we are doing planning, designing, coding, testing. What is planning? The user stores values here, acceptance test criteria, iteration plan, design. Simple design, spike solution, prototypes. What is a spike solution? A spike solution is a very simple program to explore potential solutions. Difficulty design should be modeling using prototypes. Okay, what is refraction? Refraction means which improves the internal structure of the code, but external behavior is not affected. Okay, like in designing, we will use simple designs as per the customer, which cascades, and also use the spike solution prototypes. And then after designing, we will do coding, right? In coding, we will do pair planning, continuous integration, and also we will also do the refactoring. Okay, and then after coding, we will go for testing thing. In testing thing, we will do the unit test and acceptance testing. Means a unit test is nothing but checking each object and testing it. Okay, and then after testing, we will release the software incrementing project velocity are computed. That is about the extreme programming. And then we will see the small topics in unit 1, which is PSP. What is PSP? PSP is personal software process. PSP shows engineers how to manage the quality of their project, make commitments, how to improve, estimate, and plan, reduce the defects. Like they may ask in the first bits like that. PSP means nothing but personal software process. The software process personal. Okay. Personal software process shows manage, make, how, reduce. This is very simple thing, right? Managing quality of their project means they should follow some rules. It should be quality based. Like if you wanted to update, you have to update even after the last step. There is a quality. Make commitments means taking the time limit and completing within the time. That is a commitment. And also giving the customer a good product is also a commitment. How to improve, estimate, and planning. Like how to improve. What are the steps for improving? How the estimations are done, how the plannings are done, that will be shown in personal software process. And by using PSP, we can also reduce the defects. PSP model framework activities are planning, high level design review, development, postmortem. Okay, you have to write in your own way, dude. This is the last minute, ma. You have to do it in a own way. So if you write side headings, you can write it on your own. The headings are main, so that is what I was just explaining the headings. Okay, coming to TSP. What is TSP? TSP is team software process. PSP and TSP helps the high performance engineer to ensure quality software product. Okay, create secure software product means no one can access unless the customer. Improve process management in an organization. Okay, and then what are the TSP framework activities? TSP framework activities comes under launch, high level design, implementation, integration, test, postmortem. Okay, now let us go to software team structures. Like it is also a very important answer which you can expect in final exam. Okay, software team structure, nature of the task. Nature of the tasks comes under shared. If that is shared, if that is an individual project, and if that is a combination of project, we will explain in the nature of the task. Shared means examples software strawberry picking. It can be done in parallel. 4 people on job gets it done in 1/4 of time, right? Like many people can do the same task. That is known as, that comes under shared, which is the nature of a task. And then individual means only one person can do it at a time. Like if you take the pregnancy, only one lady can feed his baby, right? That comes in a pregnancy. Can only be done in serial. Like many of ladies can be pregnant, but their baby should be in their own stomach, right? That is a pregnancy. It's a basic thing, yaar. A woman cannot give birth to 9 babies in 9 months. Oh yeah, that is right. But a woman can give birth to 9 babies in 9 months. 9 babies in 9 years. Come to combination, which is example for software implementation. Coding can be done separately by requirements, communication for integration. Okay, in the same process we can do coding and also we can do the integration for communication. Team structure, how the team structure should be. There should be a chief programmer, democratic, and mixed team. Chief programmer team. Chief programmer team is nothing but senior engineers, provides the technical leaderships and is designed as the chief programming. Means all the high people will be like who knows the more things about the particular project. Position Position the task into smaller activities, assign activities to team members, verifies and develops, that is integrated the development project by team. What will the project manager do? He will just report to the team members. That is what he have said. So the chief programmer comes under the project manager. Okay. More authority and responsibilities of chief programmer, and this structure is quite good to be simple projects. Okay, this chief programmer team is good for like simple projects. Like if you take the customer support job, this is good for customer support job example. Like project managers take care of team members so that the team member will chat with the customers. Democratic team structures. In this, a manager provides the administration leadership at the different times. Different members of the group provide technical leadership. Okay. If these are the software engineering, and this is the kind of communication, like A can be communicated with B can be communicated with C, A can be communicated with C, like that. Everyone can communicate in this democratic team structures. If suffers from less manpower turnover, democratic team structures suits to less understood problems, since a group of engineers can invent the better solutions than a simple thing. Okay. Um, if customer wanted to do the application, then he have to prefer the democratic team structure, because the like team members are more, group of engineers are more. As a chief programming team, it encourages egoless programming, as programmers can store and review another works. What is a mixed control team? It incorporates both hierarchical reporting and democratic setup. If you take the project manager, there will be the senior engineering and reporting team. Okay, reporting team will have the team members. Here also the team members. The senior engineering will move from reporting team to team members. This is known as the software engineering. Like the main persons will just assign the tasks and then checks whether it is done or not. Coming to modeling, this is the next chapter. Okay, we are done with unit 1. Next we will go to unit 2.